Thanks for tuning in to the Loser Kid Pinball Podcast. We are on episode 130. With me, my co-captain, as always,
Scott Larson.
And this episode is going to be dedicated towards the TWIPYs and the results. Will has sent those over to us. But before we dig into those results, we want to talk to you about Jaws and where to get it. Scott, you saw the reveal. You saw Joel with Flipping Out and Triple Drain play this game. What are you thinking of Jaws? Are you going to get one?
Okay, I think that Joel was sweating because he was so excited, not because he was scared of the shark. But that's a little awkward because he was kind of in love with the shark. Legitimately, I am so excited for this because Jaws seems like it's going to continue the cornerstone dominance that Elwyn's had over the last, since Iron Maiden. I am definitely going to call Zach and Nicole Minnie at Flipping Out Pinball. They have always been able to step up and help us out with whatever mods we want. I even brought my Rush downstairs and installed the shooter rod that I got from Flipping Out Pinball. So they can hook you up with anything, including toppers, shooters, and even if you have that eye on a game that's no longer being produced, they also are able to work and use stuff. So reach out to them, Flipping Out Pinball. They've always been good to us.
Totally agree. And I'm excited for Jaws. I've got a premium on order, and I can't wait to get this in my house.
Yeah, the only problem is you have to figure out what to do with the space because we're all out of space.
Exactly.
So
I got to get rid of
one. Has to go one off the island, so we'll have to figure that out.
So one more thing before we dive into these TWIPY results. I know you're excited for this. I know that you've been waiting all year long to hear these results. I want to talk to Scott about he just went to Guatemala. This is a trip you've had to put off for COVID reasons for a while now. So tell us about your return to Guatemala.
We were actually able to go back last year, so that was actually nice. We took 2 years off. This is a foundation that I'm very lucky to be a part of. We go down every year and do surgeries for kids that have primarily cleft lips and palates, and they just don't have the resources. The bottom line, so we are able to come down and fix those things. In addition to other things that like ears. Their ears are crazy complex to develop, and sometimes they are not developed. And if you want to look into it more, it's called microtia. And what they do is they actually take part of the rib and create a cosmetic ear and put it on, so people are so people can actually see, seem have a lot more normal life. And we actually got one of the patients that we worked on. We found out from the mom that she had been bullied because of her ear, and she was so grateful that we were able to go down. So again, this is nothing on me. I feel very lucky to be able to be part of the organization. We were able to do 43 surgeries and about 80 dental procedures on kids who needed it. So again, that's awesome. So it's called Hershey Smiles. And we go back every year. This is my 6th time, and I have no desire to stop anytime.
And you donate all your time and efforts. Like this is, you don't get paid to do this. This is you paying for the plane ticket and everything.
We pay to go down.
It's crazy cool.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people like to hear from that and hear how you do that. And so I figured you just did it. You just got back. It's 2 days
really
ago?
Great. I did. I got back Monday morning and then went to work.
You messaged me last night. Like, I can't record.
Yeah, I was so tired.
So, okay, before we dive into this TWIPY stuff, let's give a little introduction of the TWIPYs. It's been going on for what, 7 years now?
It's been a while, yeah.
20, somewhere around there, when the first one came out. And we wanted, obviously we're not oblivious to everything that happened in the last couple months. But Will did reach out to us about talking about these results. With there not being a show anymore in Texas, Emoto actually has a lot of great, awesome things going on at Texas Pinball Festival. Was already having a hard time doing this video, and all the other stuff she has planned going on. We're excited for her. We're excited for Lucas and his stuff that he's got going on in his life.
And Lucas is in a show right now. He's in Into the Woods. And if you don't know that Lucas is an amazing singer, just check him out. He's really good.
He's so good. And so Scott, you kind of wanted to take the reins on this. Tell us your thoughts on this.
Okay, this is the elephant in the room, right? Because obviously TWIPYs have gone through some evolution. And this year, I would say, was a little bit of it was a transition zone. And there were some things that needed to be changed. There were some things that needed to be addressed. And there were some things that were not, I would say, not in keeping with what the spirit of TWIPY would be, which would be a positive celebration of the show, or the show of pinball, the hobby of pinball, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So we, and certainly, hey, I spoke out against what I felt was wrong and where I felt that lines were crossed.
Yeah.
So this is, if you decided to hold back this year, I totally understand. And there are some people who reached out and said, yeah, I just don't want to deal with the drama. I'm hoping that we can try to refocus and look at TWIPYs for what they are. They're supposed to be a fan celebration of the best parts of pinball, including the machines, including the events, even including the people who help us celebrate and enjoy pinball. So take it for what it is. We want to be able to show this is TWIPYs going forward, and we just want to include people and welcome everybody back who wanted to take a break.
Definitely. I reached out to some content creators across the community at large. So we've got people all over the world that have helped us this evening with presenting these awards. We may not be the level of Danger and Emoto or Zach and Greg of Flipping Out. And really, honestly, Zach Many, we acknowledge this is definitely your baby. I did reach out to Zach, and he couldn't do it this year. But man, like, if it wasn't for him and for Jeff Patterson and making this a celebration that they do every year, and we wouldn't have the TWIPYs. And so shout out to them as well.
Hey, Josh, before we start this thing, we want to make sure that we recognize all of the games that were produced this year and the ones who are up for the majority of the awards. So go ahead and read them off for us.
All right. Drained by Amusement Only Games, Honey Factory by Pinball Adventures, Foo Fighters by Stern, This is Spinal Tap by Homepin, Scooby-Doo Pinball by Spooky Pinball, Queen by Pinball Brothers, Labyrinth by Barrels of Fun, Final Resistance by Multimorphic, Galactic Tank Force by American Pinball, The Godfather by JJP, Venom by Stern, James Bond 60th Anniversary, and Elton John by JJP. So let's move on to the first award, Scott. The first one is Best Theme, and here to introduce Best Theme is Don from Don's Pinball Podcast.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Don here from Don's Pinball Podcast. How are you doing? I am very excited to be here to reveal the winner of the 2023 TWIPY Award for Excellence in Pinball Theme. Now, theme is a tremendously important thing when it comes to pinball. Theme is what will elevate a good layout into a great game. When it comes to the callouts, the sound, the music, all of that is a byproduct of the theme that goes into it. Theme is what will cause us to walk across a crowded arcade and put our tokens into that machine on a location. Theme is what will drive a man to spend ungodly amounts of money to put a box of lights in his basement. Previous winners of this award have included Rick and Morty in 2020, Godzilla in 2021, James Bond 007 Cornerstone in 2022. And so for this year, the top 3 finalists were Labyrinth from Barrels of Fun Pinball, Foo Fighters from Stern Pinball, and from those madmen in Benton, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You from Spooky Pinball. I'm very excited now to reveal the winner of the 2023 TWIPY Award. Fourth theme in pinball is none other than Scooby-Doo, Where Are You from Spooky Pinball. Huh? How about that? You guys did it. Great theme, man. Congratulations to the Spooky Pinball crew and the rest of Benton, Wisconsin. We're looking forward to what 2024 has to bring with us, and let's get back to the rest of the show.
Oh, hey everybody. It's Bug here from Spooky Pinball. I'm just hanging out in the mystery machine because I heard there may be a mystery as to who won the best theme of the 2023 TWIPYs. But it sounds like that mystery was solved. It's Spooky Pinball for Scooby-Doo, which that makes sense, doesn't it? It's just as we thought. Right, Scooby?
Right.
So thank you everybody who voted for us. We really appreciate it.
Does that shock you with best theme? Does
You know what,
Scooby-Doo shock you?
It doesn't, because Scooby-Doo, a lot of people have been excited about Scooby-Doo. I grew up watching Scooby-Doo. And this is something that has resonated with us. There were a lot of people who, not even involved in pinball, who reached out when Scooby-Doo was released and said, hey, what do you think about this? So that's the purpose of the theme, right? The theme is the hook. The theme's what draws you in. And Scooby-Doo doesn't surprise me at all. What's your thoughts, Josh?
Doesn't surprise me at all either. It's a very well-loved, beloved theme. And licensed throughout all of time between adult to child. So it doesn't shock me that it won. I do want to mention one thing. Scott brought this up. Michael Barnard did all the title cards that you're seeing in between our acceptance speeches and our intros. And so next one you see, which is coming up right after we introduce it, take a close look. It's Michael Barnard's artwork.
And to remind you, he's the one who did Rush. He's the one who did Jaws. And
Escape from the Megaverse.
Yeah, exactly. No, he's a great artist. Go check him out online. He's a good friend of the show too.
Next up, best sound. Some would argue best sound. Sound is what makes a pinball machine. Ryan Kaz of Head to Head Pinball says this is what makes, from the 90s, it was the sounds that created the game. And I'm not going to disagree with him. Sound is very important in a pinball machine. It whether it subconsciously hits us or consciously hits us, there's a lot of little noises that give us ticks of, hey, this is what we need to be doing next. Or there's just some games that just the sound ruins it. But we're going to talk about the games that it doesn't. You ready for this, Scott?
Let's do it.
Okay, so for our finalists for best sound, we have Elton John by JJP, Scooby-Doo by Spooky Pinball, and Foo Fighters by Stern. Who do you think took that one, Scott?
Okay, I would say it's really between Elton John and Foo Fighters. Now Scooby-Doo is great too because it has the original callouts. However, there's a reason why music pins have such a lasting effect on the home market. Because one, the music it's there. There's a reason why you're buying. You're unlikely to buy a music pin, unless you're a fan of the band. So those are definitely the front runners to take it. What about you, Josh?
No, I agree with everything you said. I'm partial to Foo Fighters myself, but then again, I really enjoy their music, so that's where I land. So should we get to the winner?
Go ahead.
All right, winner is Foo Fighters by Stern.
Dun, 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 dun.
Nice.
I am very excited to accept the award for Best Audio on behalf of Stern Pinball and the entire Foo Fighters development team. Big thanks to the fans for voting for us. We really do appreciate it. Also, a big thanks to Jerry Thompson, who is the other audio designer on this project. And finally, thanks to my family, Jennifer, CJ, Jack, and Emily. I love you guys. Thanks, TWIPYs.
Monkey wrench all the way, baby. Monkey wrench.
See, and the funny thing is, I probably would have leaned a little bit toward Elton John, but because I'm a lot more familiar with Elton John's catalog than Foo Fighters. But
Sure.
The integration is great. It's not just the music, by the way. It's the way they integrate the music with the call-outs and with everything else, because it's not like they put on a Foo Fighters CD and just start playing.
It's very true.
And by the way, I said CD, and yes, I am that old.
Well, then at least you didn't say A-track, I guess, huh?
Yeah, no. But
because
my
records are back in style, baby. Like
records
vinyl
are back.
is all,
Vinyl.
Yeah. All right, so we're moving on to favorite mod, and this gentleman is killing it over in England. He has done a great job of building up this YouTube channel. If you haven't checked him out, his name is Gonzo's Pinball Flipperama. Here to introduce best mod, Chris Gonzo.
Good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, everybody. You are watching the Loser Kid Pinball Podcast, and you probably have one question. Who's that guy? And what's he doing on our favourite podcast? That's two questions. But let me introduce myself. I'm Gonzo. I run a pinball YouTube channel called Gonzo's Pinball Flipperama. We play a lot of pinball. We talk a lot of pinball. We show off a lot of pinball machines. And we just love pinball. And hopefully, for that reason, the guys over at Loser Kid Pinball Podcast have asked me to announce the nominees for this year's Favourite Mod of the Year award from the TWIPYs. Now, not only do we love pinballs over at the Flipperama, we love mods. I love mods so much. I've just bought myself a new one, which is this big cannon, which apparently is meant to fit on the tank, but I'm having real trouble fitting it inside the playfield here, so I'll get back to that after I've done this video. Anyway, you're wondering, who are the nominees for this fantastic category? And I do love me mods, so let's just tell you who they are. First of all, you have the Godzilla Noodle Bar, which is from Stumbler Pinball. And Stumbler Pinball, you may remember, have actually already won a TWIPYs for their Tokyo Neon sign. What a great modification that was. The second nominee is the Inclusive Controller from Inclusive Gameworks. And last but not least, and I really do mean not least, is the James Bond 007 Scuba Kick mod from Avid Creations and Morel's Pinball Wireforms. That mod is so good, I almost bought one, even though I don't have a James Bond pinball machine. But anyway, there you go. So, drum roll. Brrr. And the winner is... It's Davey Stumlaw from Stumlaw's Pinball Mods for... chance would have it, this wonderful noodle bar modification. It's absolutely magnificent. So well done, Davey. Well done, Stumbler. As you can see, I've not even opened this beautiful thing yet. Oh, it's fantastic. Congratulations, Stumbler Pinball. Well done, TWIPYs. Well done, everybody at Loser Kids Pinball Podcast. I'm going to go and try and install this in this Galactic Tank Force.
Hey guys, Davey from Stumble Pinball here. Thank you so much for giving us this honour for the Noodle Bar to have come out on top this year. Just so incredible, I'm blown away. So yeah, thank you to all the people who bought the mod and who then went on to vote for us in this year's TWIPYs. You know, you guys continue to just be the most awesome and supportive people, so thank you for you know, being there for us this year and continuing to be so enthusiastic for the work that we do. Also, a massive shout out to all the other mod makers in the scene. You know, it was such a competitive lineup of mods this year, and so you know, you guys just continue to be some of the most creative, funny, enthusiastic and inspirational people, you know, and I love working with you, you know, in this scene. So yeah, let's go out there next year and create some incredible stuff. Thanks so much. See ya.
Dude, it's Stumbler. Like it did not shock me when he won. What do you think, Scott?
Yeah, the funny thing is, each time he comes out with a new mod, I always think, dang, I just spent another $200, $300, $400 for my game, because it does take it to the next level. It also looks like it should have been OEM. Yeah, and that's a big key for me. I'm not a huge fan of the ones that look a little bit like a Matchbox car with an LED, because there's a lot of mods that for me fall into that category. I like that he is able to make these things that look like they are a significant upgrade to what the original is.
And I want to point out, he won last year for the Neon Tokyo sign. So now with the Noodle Bar, he just released, if you haven't seen this yet, go to his website, stumblerpinball.com. He has just released the subway building mod. And it looks amazing. It looks like Godzilla melted half of it. And it lights up LEDs. So good. All right, let's get moving on to our next one.
Okay.
Convention. Scott, pinball conventions have been a staple for the last 40 years. And it seems like they've become a hometown representation of these different pinball groups that have popped up over the nation and over the world. So when you say favorite convention, it's almost like saying, what's your favorite backyard activity with your friends? So we're here to introduce the favorite convention for 2023.
So the top three options, the finalists in no apparent order, we have Texas Pinball Festival, we have Northwest Pinball and Game Show Festival, and we have Chicago Pinball Expo. And Josh, what is the winner?
The winner is Chicago Pinball Festival.
Hey guys, I just got the news. Pinball Expo won the TWIPY for the best convention, and we're so excited here in Pinball Expo land here in Warren, Ohio. But it's a lot of work involved with these shows, as all show promoters know. But we're tickled to get it. Thank you for everyone who voted for us. And I see there's someone out here in the audience. Hey, my old buddy Flippy's here. Anyways, Pinball Expo, our 40th year is coming up around the corner, guys. And we have got so many surprises going on. If someone had a great time last year, just get ready to rock your socks off, because we've got so many special things going on. People coming from all over the world to the show, and so many new things happening that it should be a lot of fun. So I hope to see you there. And once again, thank you so much for the great award and great honor. Thank you.
Okay, Josh, Pinball Expo won. Are you surprised at all of this?
I'm not. And honestly, this last year, 2023, Expo was amazing. It's just growing. This year, it's the 40th anniversary. I've already got my hotel booked. I'm excited for this. It's double the size of what it was last year. I don't know how he's going to pack this place. What do you think, Scott?
I don't think he'll have a problem. It's the advantage is he was able to take a lot of the great things that people liked about Texas and incorporate them into a hometown show where all the manufacturers are. So you have the advantage of the tours of the factories. You also have a lot of industry people who don't have to fly down. They can just come over. Yeah. So there is a slight advantage, and there's a reason why Expo has been anchored in Chicago, because that's where all the stuff is. Now, I'm still a huge fan of Texas Pinball Festival too. So it's just a good option. And the good news is they're roughly 6 months apart. So it's good to check them both out. Yeah. I am super excited for Expo this year too. And just like you, I'm planning on being there. Okay, and now from the Pinball Degenerates, we have Joe C., who's going to be talking about the best toys and mechs inside a pinball machine.
Hey everybody, Joe Shervino here. I'm here to present the TWIPY Award for Best Toys and Mechs. If only there were an acronym that represent that mechanical wonder that we love so much. And the winner for the TWIPY for Best Toys and Mechs goes to Labyrinth Pinball Barrels of Fun. Congratulations, you are the TWIPY Award winner for Best Toys and Mechs. That's for Travis Mosman of Barrels of Fun. Congratulations. Back to you, folks.
Thank you for all the people that voted in the TWIPY's 2023 Best Toys and Mechs. It means a lot to us. This is our first game. We are super excited to win this award, and we really appreciate your votes. Thank you.
What do you think, Scott? Do you think Labyrinth earns the title of Best Toys and Mechs?
You know what? Labyrinth is eye candy. For a first, it's the second coming of like Wizard of Oz. When people first saw Wizard of Oz, they looked at it and said, wow, this has a lot of stuff, and it draws you in. It makes you interested in wanting to play it. I say that Labyrinth has also done this for a great first impression. So the way that they've put all the little things, and people who are Labyrinth fans, it is going to really talk with them and the movements. So I think it's well deserved.
Moving on to best location, there is a ton of amazing arcades across this great nation, and barcades, all the way down to Australia, all the way over to Germany. And it's just like your convention, right? It's like your favorite place you want to go hang out at. Like here in Salt Lake is Keto's. We love our Keto's, man. And I love my Nickelmanians, man. Like, if you want a ton of pinball machines, Mike has just put them in all these different locations. So we're talking best location.
The top three, we all know TNT Amusements. So that's an option. We have Pinball Lounge, and TNT Amusements is in Southampton, Pennsylvania. We have the Pinball Lounge in Oviedo, Florida, and we have Next Level Pinball Museum in Hillsboro, Oregon. Josh, who took home the trophy this year?
Congratulations to Next Level Pinball Museum for winning it for a third year in a row. That's 3 times.
Pinball is crazy up in the Pacific Northwest.
It really is. I keep hearing we need to go up to the show up there.
Yeah, no, I'd like to get up there.
Okay, moving on to our next category. This is a good friend of the show. Dan Rostenstein is going to be talking to us about best homebrew. Best homebrews, what do you think, Scott?
The best home. Ooh, the challenge is there are so many that are really good and interesting, and everything's in a different stage of development. It's funny because I think back to when I first started seeing more homebrews. You can see games that came out of the homebrew. You have Total Nuclear Annihilation, which basically jumped from the homebrew into a production game. You also have Sonic, which was basically an audition to say, hey, I can develop pinball machines. Would you like to hire me? And he was. So that this is great. And the good news is a lot of people at the major shows are familiar with these because they tend to try to go as much as they can to these shows to get exposure.
Yep. So without further ado, Dan Rosenstein with Pinball Pinnovators podcast. If you haven't checked him out, he's had some amazing people on to talk about these wonderful machines. Take it away, Dan.
Hello, pinball community. For those of you I don't know, I'm Dan Rosenstein, and I do a pinball podcast that focuses on those makers and innovators who have decided to go on the often hard and daunting journey to design and develop their own homebrew or custom pinball machine. Homebrews are those machines that started from an idea where most of the machine is net new, and custom pinballs are based on a previous design, but have altered or changed some foundational aspect of the game. In both cases, the innovators and makers display creativity, grit, willingness to learn, and a level of cross-discipline mastery and craftsmanship that is truly inspiring and brought to life under the playfield. It is an absolute honor to announce the 2023 TWIPY Award nominees for Best Homebrew or Custom. 8 Ball Beyond by Sean Irby, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Andrew Kress, and Circuit Meltdown by the robotics students at Northeast Metro Tech. All of these machines are stunning, and their makers are deserving to win and extremely creative people. This year, the winner for Best Homebrew or Custom goes to 8 Ball Beyond by Sean Irby.
Hi everyone. Receiving this award means so much to me. Thank you. I want to start by saying that it's an honor to be nominated alongside all these other talented individuals that created their own pinball machine. That process takes a lot of work and also a lot of support from other people, so I'd like to thank some key individuals that helped me out with making 8 Ball Beyond. First of all, I'd like to thank Johnny Krapp, the artist behind the game's incredible art package. You know, it really made the game something special, and I don't think I'd be talking to you today if it weren't for his contributions. I also want to thank Travis Maish, who was very gracious with sharing his expertise with me. And I had a lot of questions for him, and he just gave me some great guidance early on in the project. I want to thank Travis Eckert for letting me set up 8 Ball Beyond at his barcade Adaball for a few weeks this past summer. It was just a great opportunity to get some real-world playtesting in on the game. And I want to thank, of course, the pinball community and all those in it that showed their support for the game. And I want to thank the TWIPY committee and Loser Kid for making these awards happen and for recognizing the independent creators in the hobby. So yeah, thanks again.
So Josh, homebrew, what do you think?
It did not shock me. I mean, if you were listening to podcasts around Expo time, everyone was ranting and raving about 8 Ball Beyond. I don't think there's a single person out there watching the show right now that was like, huh, did they really deserve it? Because Sean did an amazing job with 8 Ball Beyond. I mean, it's like get it on the line ready. I think it's. I wouldn't be shocked if someone wants to buy it off of him and make it a game. So
nice.
So moving on, animations have been getting progressively better. It feels like this last couple of years there's been leaps and bounds, right?
Absolutely. And the funny thing is when you think about it, because the first game that had an LCD screen, aside from Wizard of Oz, the first mass production one, aside from Wizard of Oz and Hobbit, when it started getting into Stern games too, you saw Aerosmith. I mean, Aerosmith, they kind of look like, how to say it? You know, like South Park, where they have the cutout characters and they kind of dance around. Yeah, that's how it felt. Jersey Jack has been doing this for a long time with either some some new animations or with clips of movies.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because now we are 14 years into that.
Something like that.
About
Yeah.
that, something like that. And so it's interesting to see where we've gone. And you can even see from even the first Jersey Jack to their current ones, and you can even see it from the first Stern to their current ones. And I know that I'm leaving a few out, but other manufacturers are also using that. And even Chicago Gaming with their updated DMD versions of their classic games.
Yeah.
So the ones that came out last year. So let's talk about the top 4. We'll just do that and just say these are the finalists. So we have Elton John, we have Scooby-Doo, we have Labyrinth, and we have Foo Fighters. So those are all visually appealing bands, or not bands.
Yeah.
These are all visually appealing options, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So the winner is, I need a drum roll. It is Foo Fighters by Stern.
And here is Stern to accept the award for best animations.
Thank you to everybody who voted for Foo Fighters.
Stupid!
It was a really fun project. Thank you to the whole team.
You're stupid and your animations are stupid.
That was an amazing video for animation. Good job, Stern. Your animations have really
the best
really
part
have
is,
come.
The best part is it was an award for animation that was accepted with animation.
Yes, that is the best part.
That's next level. That's next level.
So, up next, before we move on, we definitely have to bring this up. Lyman Sheets Award for Best Rules. Lyman Sheets passed away 2 years ago this last month, and it definitely has. It was amazing to see the outpouring this last month of those that were close to him, and I can't think of a better way to honor him, than giving him the award in his name,
because I agree. He was the rules guy from like the 90s until now. I mean, people bought games if they knew that Lyman was doing the rules.
Yep. I can't remember which podcast it was, but I was listening to one where they said they should hire someone just to follow Lyman Sheets around, just to learn how he codes and how he does rules, so they could try to make another clone of Lyman Sheets, because his code is what pushed and drove pinball into the modern day.
I will say we can still draw upon those lessons, and you can see the next generation of coders. They all owe a great debt of gratitude for at least the direction that Lyman was driving rules.
Yeah. So thank you, Lyman Sheets, for giving us an amazing industry and hobby that we all love.
Right.
And it's because of your codes. So here to present this award is our good friends, Triple Drain Pinball Podcast.
Don't talk about anime porn. Got it.
I think we'll just start with that. I think we'll just start with that quote. So welcome. Thank you, Loser Kid. Thank you, Scott and Josh, for inviting us on here. We are the Triple Drain Pinball Podcast. Myself, Joel, we have Travis, and that beautiful man, Tom Graff. Yes, we are Triple Drain. We talk about pinball. I don't know. We are what we are. If you listen to us, sorry about you, but enjoy it. I hope people enjoy the show. We have been asked, believe it or not, to announce the Lyman F. Sheets Jr. Award for Best Rules and Code. Best Rules and Code. This is what makes the game work. Travis, do you like code?
Hey, if you know anything, Joel, if you're an expert on anything, it's definitely rules and code.
I am.
I have seen your gameplay. You have gotten super deep into these games.
Yeah,
exciting.
I may not be able to do the thing, but I know the thing. I kind of know what to do. Some of it, but not the tournament strat. I know the moments. I know how to get to the moment, you know.
The coded moments.
I may not see the moment, but I don't know.
But you know it exists. Yeah.
Yeah. Tom, I don't know what you just did with your hands, but I'm okay with it.
You're clicking.
Things
are coming together.
Got it. Okay. Well, this is enough of us. If you like this, feel free to listen. You know, this is what you get with the Triple Drain. But here we go. The three finalists are Stern's Foo Fighters, Stern's Venom, and Stern's Bond 60th. 3 very different games,
Ooh, they're all good games.
All great games. You got your music pin. I know, Tom, I see that Foo Fighters right behind you. That LE looks real good. I know Venom. I had a blast with Venom. Dwight, kind of went in a cool direction this year with all the XP and the ranking up. It helped players like myself see the final wizard mode, which was exciting. And Bond 60th, what a unique and fun take to like kind of an older game, but yet code that actually had depth and complexity. And it was all a good time. So I enjoyed the games. I think they're all good games. But there was one winner. And the winner of the best rules and code for 2023 was
Foo Fighters.
There we go. There we go. Congratulations. Congratulations to Tanyo and Ray Day and Jack Danger. What an amazing game. Fun code that keeps you coming back. And thank you for acting like you're clapping and not clapping into the mic. That's great.
You're welcome.
All right. Well,
and
there
notice,
you go.
Notice, Tom, you and I, the only ones clapping. So everybody on the Foo Fighters team, know where our loyalties lie.
Yeah, because I didn't clap. Great. All right. Well, that's that.
I'm so happy to be here accepting this award on behalf of Stern Pinball and their game Foo Fighters. Thank you so much for voting and naming us the team with the best rules. I don't know what to say. It was a blast working on this game. It couldn't have done it without Jack and Tanyo bouncing ideas off each other, us three just collaborating like crazy. It was a super fun time, and just I was so much fun, and thank you so much for choosing us for your best rules nomination.
Best rules, Foo Fighters. Are you shocked, Raymond Davidson?
I'm not. No. Okay. So we talked about the next level of coders that all are tied to the umbrella that is Lyman Sheets, and Raymond Davidson is definitely up there. He is as well as Lyman, a top level player. So he understands competitive pinball. He understands tournament pinball. But he also understands what makes a game fun.
Yep.
So it is unlocking that Da Vinci Code of what is accessible and fun for all levels.
And I'm just going to leave it at that. I agree, and Raymond really has come pretty far since he started on his first game, Led Zeppelin, and it's awesome. I love Foo Fighters right behind me, and I love this game, man. The rules have really makes the game amazing. So
it's fun.
Moving on, favorite topper, and you know what? Who better to have us talk about toppers than people that have their own topper segment on their show? We have with us Buffalo Pinball. Take it away, Buffalo.
Hello everyone, my name is Goran from Topper Talk with Goran. Topper Talk with Goran is a segment on Buffalo Pinball's Bro to Even Talk Pinball podcast. Now, Kevin and Nick were kind enough to invite me to announce the TWIPY Award winner for Favorite Pinball Topper. Now, for those who don't know, a pinball topper is really anything that goes on top of your pinball machine. It can be static, it can be interactive, sometimes it's even critical to the gameplay experience. And sometimes they're fan-made, and sometimes they're put out by the manufacturer as an upcharge, or they even come with the game. So with that said, let's get into the nominees for this year's Favorite Pinball Topper. They include Godzilla by Stern Pinball, Godfather by Jersey Jack Pinball, and Labyrinth by Barrels of Fun Pinball. And the winner is Labyrinth by Barrels of Fun Pinball. Congratulations to the Labyrinth team.
Wow. Best topper for 2023. Thank you for the people that voted for us. It means a lot to our team. We didn't make it to win an award, but when it does happen, it feels pretty amazing. Thank you very much.
Does it shock you, Scott? Does Labyrinth taking the topper shock you?
No, Labyrinth. It looks like they stole this from like Jim Henson's like trunk. It looks like
it really does.
They ripped off the Muppets. They're like, while he wasn't looking, and just put him on top of the pinball machine. I will say, I'm impressed anytime it's 3D or has something interactive. Other options are great. And by the way, I'm a huge topper guy. I buy toppers for all my machines. Labyrinth, it is definitely eye-catching. So there's, for me, there's no question that should have been the winner.
Yeah, I agree. Well, moving on to the next one, best artwork. There, art has really ramped up over these last few years and just redefined what a pinball machine looks like.
Yeah.
And our good friend George Fisher is here to talk about best artwork. Will you take away George Fisher with Don't Panic Flip?
Take it away, George.
Hello, my name is George, and I stream pinball on a channel called Don't Panic Flip on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I've also recently started podcasting with my co-host Paul on Basement Dad's Pinball Podcast.
Oh, hi there.
Were you there the whole time?
Yep.
Did you come prepared with your own microphone?
Yeah.
What a coincidence. Would you mind helping me present the TWIPY Award for Best Artwork in 2023?
Oh, sure. Well, in that case, you better hold on to your banisters, folks, because 2023 was packed with a heck of a lot of fantastic artwork.
I couldn't agree more. And on that note, the finalists for Best Artwork category are Spooky Pinball's Scooby-Doo with artwork by Jeff Zorno and Matt Frank, Stern Pinball's Elvira Blood Red Kiss with artwork by Greg Freres, and Stern's Foo Fighters with artwork by Zombie Yeti.
Listen, I just got to say, as a father, I've learned to take the time to appreciate the finer things in life because there's not a whole lot of time for anything else these days. And there's a lot of art packages out there like Galactic Tank Force, Final Resistance, Venom, Labyrinth, and I mean, I know nobody got their Pulp Fictions yet, but they all didn't make the cut.
That is some fantastic artwork that didn't make the cut. But the people have spoken, and we do have a clear winner.
Do you think you know which game stuck the landing?
Let's find out. The 2023 winner of the TWIPY Award for Best Artwork is Foo Fighters with artwork by Zombie Yeti.
Hey there, congratulations, Stern and Zombie Yeti.
My hat's off to some of Zombie Yeti's best artwork yet.
I love how you never take your hat off.
I kind of forget I'm wearing a hat most times.
Oh, Marmaduke. Oh, hi. I'm told it's a great honor to be accepting the award for Best Art Package for Foo Fighters Pinball by Stern Pinball. Whatever you guys say. I'd like to thank the team. A lot of amazing talent involved helped make this game better than it should have been. Jack for letting me be a part of it. Tanyo for letting me have terrible ideas. Appreciate it. And thanks to everyone who voted. I'm not sure that you voted correctly. I would have gone for Elvira, but I appreciate it nonetheless. It means a lot. Thanks.
Foo Fighters again with best artwork. Zombie Yeti is just a class act, man.
Ooh, it's hard. Now, I will say, this is actually one of those years where I felt that there were a lot of good options.
Yes. I feel bad for Christopher Franchi because he put so many art packages out this year. And I wonder if that was his detriment because you had four art packages just from Franchi alone. I mean, you're splitting the vote 4 different ways with Franchi.
Right. And so if you're a big fan, absolutely, which one are you going to pick? The challenge. Now, I will say, okay, I like all of these options.
Yeah.
There isn't one that I thought that these aren't good. I mean, Foo Fighters was great. Scooby-Doo was great. Elvira, hey, again, if you are an Elvira fan, that is a nail of a theme. The Blood Red Kiss, obviously, is the version that was available last year. Labyrinth, Elton John, Venom. I mean, all these games, there wasn't an art package that I didn't like. So that's saying how far we have gone from the clip art packages of of Game of Thrones.
Yep. All right, we're almost done with these awards. Can you believe that, Scott? We've got a couple left to go.
No, that's. But we're coming up on our big ones, right?
We are. We saved the best for last. Let's talk best playfield layout and gameplay. So this is the way it shoots, the way things interact with each other, that kinetic satisfaction you get when you're flipping on a machine, right? So Scott, why don't you tell us who the finalists are for this best playfield gameplay and layout?
Okay, so the finalists, the top 3 were Labyrinth, Foo Fighters, and James Bond, the 60th anniversary edition. Okay, so the winner is Josh. Who do you think wins? Or who wins? Just tell us.
It's hard to bet against Keith that one, but the winner is Foo Fighters.
Internet. Oh my gosh, you're nuts. Thank you for everything. Thank you for this award. Thank you on behalf of the entire Stern team, on the entire Foo team. These games are a labor of love from a whole mess of people coming together to bring this thing to life. And I wouldn't be successful in any part of this procedure, this process, if it wasn't for the awesome people that I had by my side the entire time. So thank you. On behalf of the entire team, we can't thank you enough. I love you, and I'm in love with you. And we'll see you on the next one, I guess. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, and that's that is the right option. Foo Fighters, it came out really hot, and people who played it, they said this is such a fun layout, and it's great. Congratulations on that, and that wasn't much of a question in my book of which, and I think that the best layout should also reflect in the best sales, and Foo Fighters had a great year.
Definitely. So moving on to what could be arguably a controversial category this year. Originally, this was YouTube streaming and podcasting, but as of this year, we'll decide to condense it down to one category. And the previous winners have kind of went into a Hall of Fame. So let's do a quick knowledge of them, Scott. There was Straight Down the Middle, who won YouTube almost every year except for Todd Tuckey came in and won for TNT Amusements. Streaming, hands down, was won by Dead Flip, Jack Danger. And then podcasting was Chris Kalouris, Canadian's Pinball Podcast. So those were not allowed to win this year as per the Content Creator of the Year. But we're getting a new Hall of Famer this year. Let's kick it over to Todd Tuckey in honor of Hall of Famers to announce this award.
Well, hello, folks. Today's a special day because I've been asked by the TWIPY Association, This Week in Pinball, to present the best content for our hobby. And look, I am a 2-time TWIPY winner. I'm pretty great, aren't I, Jonathan? What do you mean by that? I produce hundreds and hundreds of videos for all of you people. Wait a minute, I just happen to have a status sheet. I have had 16 million views. I have, good heavens, I got 46,000 subscribers.
We've got phone sales.
Steven, doesn't that make me great?
That kid opened it. Something.
I have restored more pinball machines than anyone in the country.
Isn't it because people like you or they want to see you fail?
Or they want to see me dead. Dead! They want to see me dead! Oh, God, how come our hobby doesn't get a lot of views? But I'm so happy to tell you of the finalists. There's 3 of them. Who will it be? They're all excited. Kurt, they're excited. Well, obviously, I'm one of them because I got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of votes. Here they are. Flippin' Out Pinball, Carrie Hardy, and Nap Arcade. Well, wait a minute, TNT must be in here. TNT is not a finalist! How is that possible? With all the content I do. When they asked me to film this, I knew I wasn't a finalist, Curdy.
We'll go to the dollar store and buy you something plastic.
So, who? Gentlemen, who out of those three? That's Gold Mine. Or no, Alley Cats, Shuffle Alley. Who is going to be the winner? Flipping out? Or is it going to be Carrie Hardy? Or is it going to be Nap Arcade? They're all three really good. The winner, Carrie Hardy! You finally won, young man. Congratulations. We're all really happy that you won, except me. And we hope we'll have another competition next year. And I'll get my TWIPY back! Thanks for watching.
Good night. Now get out!
What's up, guys? I just want to say thank you very much for voting for me. I wish I had a trophy. I don't have one, I guess, as of yet. I don't know if I'm ever actually going to get one, but I'll tell you what, I'll use my handy-dandy Galactic Tank Force Thermos as a trophy for this. But just wanted to say thank you once again for voting for me as your favorite pinball content creator. And I guess what means the most to me about this is that you voted for me and I didn't even have to ask you or request it. That's what means more to me than anything on that, is that whenever they asked you who's your favorite, the majority of you chose me. So thank you very much for that. It's been a hell of a journey so far, and looking to see where I'm going to be going next with this. The channel's still growing. Thanks to all of you out there. I'm still being discovered by people. I cannot wait to see a lot of you in person, hopefully coming up real soon at Texas Pinball Festival. And yeah, I mean, I really don't know what else to say, guys. I mean, it's one of those where I would have preferred this to have been on stage and to be able to see everyone, but instead we're doing it this way. So it is what it is. I guess I definitely need to give a shout out to Straight Down the Middle, Zach and Greg, for helping me become as well known as I am. I definitely started out just little old me and my little channel, and they noticed me and created some content for them, which therefore also helped me to get a little more well known. So without a doubt, special thanks to them. They're a part of this as well. So yeah, so I'll keep staring at this like it's an actual trophy. Anyways, guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you later.
All right, so content. Carrie, it is actually no surprise to me. There are worthy people, but Carrie is one of those where I smile every time he comes on. His takes, they can be irreverent, they can be funny, but he certainly is able to let people get excited about the content. And Carrie's a good friend of the show, and I really like watching his videos. So congratulations, Carrie, and welcome to the Content Creator Awards.
Awesome. All right, we're moving on to the final award. All right, Game of the Year, Scott. It's come down to this. This is the one for all the marbles, right?
That's right. So the Game of the Year this year is Foo Fighters. And congratulations, Stern. You really had an amazing year. Foo Fighters was a huge seller. So we want to congratulate you. We want to congratulate Jack Danger as the designer. We want to congratulate everybody on the team who did rules, art, sound. It is a great game. And just like Josh said, it's over his right shoulder. It is a great game, and it's still available if you want it. Go ahead and get that Game of the Year.
Let's kick it over to Tanya Kleiss with Stern to accept this award.
Hey there, TWIPYs. On behalf of the Foo Fighters pinball team
And everyone at Stern Pinball, thank you for naming Foo Fighters the TWIPY Game of the Year for 2023. We're honored and grateful for the opportunity to bring this game into the world. It's been a real labor of love for everyone involved. Big thank you to the Foo Fighters for creating their amazing music and giving the team the inspiration and the creative freedom to make something we love. And thanks to everyone out there that loves pinball as much as we do. Keep rocking, keep flipping.
Well, that was awesome, Scott. I can't tell you, I know we probably didn't meet the standards of some, but you know what? I was glad that Will reached out to ask us to do the show. I'm glad we did it kind of casual. I can't ever I couldn't measure up to what Zach and Emoto did. So I was happy with just doing this.
It is great, though, in that the bottom line is the awards speak for themselves, and this is a fan vote.
Yes.
So take it for that. These are the fans; they have spoken, and this is the reward. So the award. So congratulations, and congratulations to everybody who played games, content creators, people who worked on designing the games, the people who are making these games. It's obviously a huge hobby for us, and I'm appreciative of every interaction that we have with all the people who bring positivity to this to this awesome hobby and industry that we have.
Yep. It was great to see over thousands of ballots cast this year. And if you're checking out this show, if you want to go check out the results themselves, Will should have them up on the site here shortly. And we thank you for tuning in. We are loserkidpinballpodcast@gmail.com. If you like the show, hit like, subscribe. We appreciate you tuning into the content. If this is your first time, you can find us on all your podcatchers, SoundCloud, Apple. We are on all of the socials, just facebook.com/loserkidpinball or Instagram or X. Also YouTube and Twitch. Also, if you like our swag, I am wearing our shirt. I've been wearing it all night. It is silverballslag.com/loserkidpinball. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Scott, give us our final words.
You know what? Go and play pinball and go buy a new game. Treat yourself. Treat yourself.